Hey y'all, it has been a long time since we put any content out, any videos. We have not given up on our content or on our videos. We still feel led to try to teach through those videos the best that we can. And when I say teach, it's not like, hey, we're the masters of this stuff, right? It's like, this is just what we're doing, and we want to help people learn how to break out of the mold of everyday society. So my study page is called Leaving Egypt for a reason, right? To break the comfortable roof and maybe 3 minutes a day to finding freedom, right? And so we had a lot going on, man, and I'm going to be honest with you. We had so much going on that it would have made great content. There's no doubt about it. Probably would have gained all kinds of followers and all that stuff. However, we were so busy. We had to finish our old house, get it on the market, got it sold. The day we signed the paperwork to close on our house, the very next day we had our third child, and so and then we had to move in with my mom and then finish this tiny house out. It was just boom, 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 and I finally was like, I was trying to record some through all that, and I was finally like, forget that, just get this stuff done. So I want to show you guys, we did get a tiny house. We are very, very blessed in that. We're very thankful the Lord provided in such a way where we were able to. We are not currently, so this is like, I called our last place on YY, I called it our pre-stead homestead, right? This is like pre-stead number 2, right? We are on some family land. Some family was gracious enough to allow us to have an opportunity to be here while we maybe search for some other land one of these days, good Lord willing. And so we are living here on some family land. The price was right? So we are living here on some family land in the tiny house, got it all set up. We're still got a few things, odds and ends to do, and we're still trying to unpack everything. We've been here a while, but ever since we moved in, we've had, kids be sick, and we've been sick, and just all kinds of stuff going on, which is another reason why I haven't done any videos. But I told the wife we need to get back after it and make a commitment to these videos, and so here we are. And I want to show you real quick our outside of our tiny house. It is a 14 by 32 with 2 lofts on both ends of it. And then you heard that right. There are 2 adults and 3 children. We got little feller who he's about 6 months old, gaining on 6 months. We got the middle kid, which is about 1.5 years old, and then we got the oldest one who's 5. And so we have got some 2 adults and 3 little bitty kids in a 14 by 32 tiny house. And you may be thinking to yourself, how is that possible? You gotta get rid of stuff, man. That's the only way. And we're still trying to get rid of stuff. We've still got stuff in storage other places, and we are trying to go through that storage and still dwindle stuff down. We are going to have to eventually get a shed building, but we're trying to get rid of as much as we can to make that shed building as small as we possibly can. But I do want to show you guys a few things, and then maybe we'll do a more detailed video later about some of the stuff that we've done, or maybe we may put on this video, who knows. But I want to show you guys how we did it, what we did. You don't have to do it this way by any stretch of the imagination, but it is doable, it is livable, it's actually pretty comfortable, right? And so I want to show you guys that, and then eventually, one of these days, and maybe, like I said, maybe on this video, I'll do a cost, just so you guys can understand about what it took for us to do it. No doubt people can do it cheaper than we could, than we did. We were just trying to get it done, which means that I was having to buy a lot of new stuff, not really looking to repurpose much. We did have stuff given to us, which was a blessing, which was good, and some new stuff here and there, but for the most part, it was new stuff. So that's expensive, and so we kind of did it the expensive way as far as that goes, but we were in a hurry. And even doing it that way was still hard to find the stuff with COVID craziness and all that stuff. So it is, right? 14 by 32. I'll step back maybe so you guys can actually see what the outside of the house looks like. Turn you guys around. So here it is, right? 14 by 32, tiny house, shed house, whatever you want to call it. That kind of gives you an idea what we're looking at. Those are the vents coming out of the bathroom. Then we got more vents on the other side because we'll show you guys more of what we did, how we did it. Once again, other people come up with a lot smarter things than we did, I'm sure. But this is just to kind of give you guys an idea that it is doable. That's what our videos are a lot about, right? It's like just go after it. Just don't be so scared of messing up and so scared of failure that you don't ever try anything, right? So we'll take you guys in. All right, I had to defog the camera because it was cold enough outside, warm enough in here, it fogged up. But I want to show you guys the inside of the tiny house. If Miss Melissa has anything she wants to add to, she's currently cleaning. Real excited that I'm doing a video right in the middle of her trying to clean the tiny house. One little note about the tiny house. I'll see if I can get her in this part, so you can get her reaction and not just mine, right? So, one little note. Tiny house easy to clean.
Yes.
Super easy to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Also super easy to get dirty.
Yes, you have to stay organized like all the time, which is really hard to do with 3 kids. So you know, but I love it because it is super easy to clean. So
hopefully spend more time doing fun stuff, less time cleaning.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's the goal. That's the plan. All right. So we'll take you on a grand tour. The cool part about our house is if I take you on the grand tour, basically all you got to do is turn around and you've seen the entire house, right? There used to be a show on TV whenever I was a kid called MTV Cribs, right? It was these really wealthy, famous stars, and they took them in these big, fancy homes, and it took like an hour to show. Yeah, no, we ain't there, man. It's just going to be a circle for the most part, but we'll show you guys kind of what we got going on. So there, I'll turn the light on, maybe you can see it better. Oop, wrong switch. Loft number 1. There are currently no kids there now. It's just kind of extra storage right now, and I'm trying to use it for a study space because I am a pastor, full-time pastor, and so I spend a lot of time in study and prayer, and so I try to use that to kind of get away from everybody and spend some time in prayer. Here is our kitchen / dining room. So I told you guys, right, this is a 14 by 32 tiny house, so you can begin to understand kind of that is a normal size. That's a fridge from our old house, right? So it's just a normal size, big old fridge. And then we just kind of did a U shape with our sinks, got some wash tubs, put them in, built these cabinets. I priced cabinets. It was cheaper to build them than it was to buy like pre-made cabinets and fit them together. Stove. Right, there's my one drawer that I still need to finish out. See, that's some of the odds and ends stuff that I need to do still. My wife's been going through clothes, kids' clothes. And then those are our 2 little deep freezers. And they are going to act as countertop space as well as freezers. So they got a dual purpose. One thing about these little houses we're learning is you got to find as much dual purpose stuff as you possibly can to try to do. So it's kind of like the animals. You want the animals to do as much as possible. I like to buy heritage bird chickens that are good meat and egg layers, so they'll do more than just one thing. Everything in the tiny house kind of the same way. Here's our pantry. We're still going to plan on gardening this year and canning and that kind of stuff. And so we built a big pantry. We're going to build some shelves up over those freezers as well to give us some more space, because when you're canning and you're being serious about, like, I want to grow a year's worth of stuff, you need all the room that you can get. And so we'll try to make some more room in the pantry by adding some shelves. Here's our dinner table. We all fit just fine. The only thing I would say, correct me if I'm wrong here, as you take a drink of coffee, if we're eating dinner or breakfast or something like that, we're all at the table, and you got to like get up to get a glass of milk or water or something. Sometimes people may have to kind of move around a little bit. But for the most part, we fit just fine, and we do homeschool there. My wife does. I say we. My wife really does homeschool there. Our table has become an even more important part of our house. So my hope one of these days is to build us a table. It's always been kind of a dream of mine, so I'd like to do that. So we'll turn you guys around and let you see the other side. There's Luella Rose, big 5 years old now, hanging out in her loft. So here's her stairs. Inside of the stairs is a linen, like, blankets and towels type closet. And then, see this right here? This is where we argue. This is what we argue about right here. If we have any disagreements in this house, it's about this area right here. We don't have a garage. We don't have a garage, right?
Right.
And I'm used to having a garage from our old house.
Yeah.
We don't really have a porch.
No.
And we don't have a mudroom.
I hope to one of these.
One of these days. This is not the
right
permanent.
Now, it's not the time.
Outside, I call this like Prieststead number 2.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I told him, all right, gracious enough that some family land. Hopefully find some land ways. But right now, we don't have a mudroom. So when you come in from outside, you're just there, right? And so we've got a deal to put our boots on and stuff, but it's still hard to keep clean. Coat racks to try to keep everything as straight as we can. Laundry room / bathroom. We had to get a stackable washer and dryer to make it all work, and we got an instant tankless electric hot water heater. We really like it. There are some learning curves with it, with ours anyway. It seems like the flow matters a lot, right? So your low flow showers, we had to kind of adjust some stuff to make it work good, but it still works really well. We just poured a concrete pad for our shower and sealed it in, and then wash tub sink. Once again, as much room as we could, got some stuff under it. I stained and epoxied these boards on top. Don't look too close, it's not perfect. I've never epoxied anything before in my entire life. But what do you think about the epoxy countertops? You like them?
I love them.
You love them? You want me to, when I build the dinner table, Lord willing, you want me to epoxy it too, right? Yes. So there's some places I got to touch up, but not too bad, right? Not too bad. I do want to show you guys what we call our luxury spin because it's going really well right now. That was our luxury spend right there. Our wood house sold with our wood house? Our wood stove. Wood house, can't talk. Our wood stove sold with our old house. So we had to buy a new wood stove. We knew we wanted to heat with wood. We knew that. We knew it wouldn't take much wood to heat this little house. We also wanted a wood stove that we could kind of cook on top of. And we really wanted a glass door. As you can see in this house, just like our old house, there is absolutely no TV. And we wanted a wood stove. We wanted to be able to see the flame and just be able to sit around, almost like having a campfire every night. I'll get my wife's honest reaction, then I'll tell you what I think about the glass door wood stove. What do you think about it?
I love it. Like, love it.
Love it, love it?
Yes.
Love it, love it. Would you ever want one without a glass door again?
No.
No. No. So, I really like it. It's a good way to wind down of a night, right? The kids, it really helps them wind down. Turn the lights out for the most part. We got them rope lights you may be seeing earlier in the kitchen. We leave them on. And then we just turn on, or we just light the wood stove of an evening. We do still have our oil lamps, and so once it gets too hot for fire, maybe we'll put an oil lamp or two on top of the wood stove when we're not burning it anymore. No fires. Don't get all judgmental on me. And we will maybe have some flame fire that way then. But man alive, it's just a good way to spend the evening, sitting around the wood stove with the fire going and just relaxing. It's always fun. Super relaxing, and we really enjoy it. So I'll take you up and let you see the kids' room now. Fair warning, you guys are seeing it at the same time that I am, so who knows what we're getting ready to walk into up here. So here's their door, first of all, and I just put a little hook and eye latch on here. The rule is, if the kids are up here, that is locked and shut. So they can't just fall out. Hi, Leah Joe. Hi, baby. So they can't just fall out, and if they're asleep or something like that, they have to wake up enough to reach over and unhook it. And the little one there can't unhook it yet.
That's me.
She has grown a ton. So that's the second child, Leah Joe. She's the middle one now. She wasn't a baby very long, was you, sweetie? No. So here's what the girls got going on. There are two, for a point of reference, those are two twin-size beds up here. They absolutely love sleeping up in the same room. All right, close up. They absolutely love. Got me all choked up. They absolutely love sleeping in the same room up here. What are you doing, love? They absolutely love sleeping in the same room. They have a great time with it, except for they're goofy all the time. We built them some like cabinet type. We built them some like cabinet type stuff to put their stuff in. So they got plenty of room up here, and they love to come up here and play and spend the day, don't you, sweetheart? Yeah.
Daddy, later I want to talk on the
You want to talk on here later? We'll see what we can do, okay?
up here.
Okay. And then just climb down. I still need to work on some handrails, but we will get all that done in due time. But there's their stairs. That piece of trim, there should be a piece of trim right there that we were here like 3 weeks before I realized that we did not put that in. But anyway, that's pretty much a tour. You got anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? That's pretty much the tour. So I take you right to this kitchen, right? All that good stuff. Dining room. This is our living room. That's the kids' loft. Oh, our bedroom. Can't take you guys in our room right now because little fella's sleeping and we ain't about to wake him up. However, 14 feet wide, right? Now, I will say this. I'm going to sit down in this rocking chair if I got good enough light, and hopefully it won't offend nobody. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Man, this is perfect light. I could totally do like all the videos here. So, if you are ordering a tiny home like ours, or any of them, right, these shed buildings, we got ours from Premier Building USA. Premier Portable Buildings. We are no way or fashion sponsored or helped by them. However, that's who we ordered our building through. We were pretty satisfied with the whole process, truthfully. It took longer than expected, but everything has this COVID stuff, right? But it's 14 by 32. Now, when you order one of these tiny houses, that 14 by 32 is outside to outside dimensions, right? So it's not taking into account your 2x4s on the inside, right? So you lose a little bit there. If you order one with a porch, that is included into your dimensions. That's why we ordered one without a porch, because we didn't want to pay extra money for that whenever I can build us a porch that I know how to spend money on, but I didn't want to have to pay extra on the building because of a porch. So just pay attention to that kind of stuff if you go to order one of these to finish out. And then, like I said, one of these days I will do a short little video just on total costs to us on this tiny house, so that you guys will understand kind of what it takes to do it, and then surely you guys can find cheaper ways to do it. Like I said before, we had to do it kind of the expensive way, unfortunately, because we were in a hurry and we had to get it done, which means we had to buy a lot of new stuff. We couldn't really hunt and peck around for used stuff. And so you could probably do it cheaper than what we did it. And like I said, there's a few things like our wood stove. We spent more on it because we wanted a glass door wood stove that we could cook on top of. That one is mobile home safe. It can be within like 15 inches or something like that of a burnable thing because of the guards that are around it. So there's a few expenses like that you know, you could get a different wood stove that's maybe even smaller. It wouldn't take one near this big to warm this house, and not get a big one with a big flat top on the top and a glass door, and you could probably get it for about half the price that we got that one. However, you do also have to understand, like, there's sacrifices to everything, right? So then if you do that, can you still cook on top of it? Can you still use it the way that you want to use it? Can you still put a big old pot on top and make a pot of chili if all the power goes out or whatever, right? So you can do those kinds of things. Also, we had quite a bit of help, right? So my dad come down and helped run a bunch of the wiring. He's an electrician by trade. I know just enough about electricity to get myself hurt. He actually knows what he's doing. And so he come down and helped get everything set up and help run a bunch of wire and that kind of stuff, which was a giant blessing. My aunt sold our old house for us, which was a giant blessing. And then, of course, my mom let us live with her and my grandma while we were finishing this tiny house, because our house sold like soon as it hit the market. And so that was a giant blessing. And then, of course, Melissa's family allowing us to live on some family land down here was a giant blessing. So we've had a lot of help. We haven't done this all by ourselves by any stretch of the imagination. We've had some good friends that did a tiny house as well. that also helped and brought us some tin and stuff, and was willing and there to help us with anything that we needed. And so, once again, this isn't something you're going to do by yourself. Don't think that you can be self-reliant all by yourself, if that makes any sense whatsoever. If you guys remember that old video that I did. But we'll do a cost breakdown. That way you guys just kind of understand about what it cost us to do it, so you can kind of have a ballpark idea what it may cost. I will say this. We budgeted out, we were over budget, but we were mostly over budget just because everything got so expensive. I think we didn't quite double what we thought it was going to cost, but probably at least half again more what we thought it was going to cost to finish out. But anyway, we'll catch up to you guys later. Please like and subscribe. Please start looking for our videos again. I know it's my fault. It's our fault why you're not looking for our videos, because we haven't done any videos, but we're going to get back after it. I'm going to start off slow because we still got a lot to do, and I'm going to try for 1 to 2 videos a week. A minimum of 1, probably a maximum of 2 videos a week again, as we start trying to get this stuff cranked out. Guys, love you guys. Pray for you guys. Pray for us. We'll pray for you. And if you don't know the Lord, it's an awful fine time to come to know Him. Thank you guys for watching.